Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. Happy Sunday. Time for another speed duel spotlight. Now, much in the line of previous spotlights, we did like Dandelion, we did Card Trooper. These cards are guaranteed in the new speed duel midterm box of destruction. Now, here's one that's not guaranteed, and yet I want this. I want to talk to you guys about the Neo-Spacian Grand Mole. Now, we know that we're going to get some more elemental heroes. We know we're going to get some Neo-Spacians. But Grand Mole specifically could be too powerful for the format. But there's a lot of reasons why I want him. So first off, what is Neo-Spacian Grand Mole? 3-star Earth Rock, 300 defense, 900 attack. Not the biggest boy in the battle box. However, the effect is where we start standing apart. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you may return both this and the opponent's monster to the owner's hands. This card is crazy. He's an immediate check all by himself. We can use this offensively or defensively. Defensively, probably not going to work as well as if we do it on the offense, at which point we can use other cards like Marauding Captain to go Captain into Grand Mole and immediately go into our swings. Plays like this later on will have an effect when we get into the era of Xyz, if we get Xyz cards in Speed Duel, if we last long enough. Because again, we could set up a nice rank 3. Why Grand Mole? Okay, a couple of things. First and foremost, like I said, the bounce ability is great. We can do it during our own turn by simply attacking or by waiting for the opponent to attack him. They know that they're going to probably lose a resource. And if they decide to attack with something that's just a little bit bigger than him, something like Shrink could force them to attack more times than what they want to do. Just a quick Shrink, having the opponent's monster. Same thing with like a Lost Wind. We can go ahead and possibly just overpower something. Again, if it's 1,600 points or less, or maybe I should say 1,700 points or less. Even 1,750 would be less than this once it's halved, which would be fine. Another crazy use for this guy is he'll bring a little bit of familiarity and some skill to the whole Dark Unity / Evil Hero Dark Gaia builds. So the way Dark Gaia works is it's Fiend plus any rock. Unity, however, is going to allow us to take it a step further. So not only are we going to be pairing him off with some of the bigger Fiends in order to mitigate our stats loss from the Dark Gaia itself, we are going to be able to start using Super Polymerization in combination with Dark Unity in place of a Dark Fusion. So this also means that we can have the Super Polymerization set. This could be up. We could be threatening with face-up Grand Mole. The opponent plays something that we have an option to go into. Maybe they're playing Fiends. Again, things like Vorse Raider. Well, maybe not Vorse Raider. Arcfiend Soldier actually being a Fiend at 1,900 points. That makes a little more sense to maybe have thrown into your deck as attack. Maybe somebody's playing the Summoned Skull because it's their favorite monster card. And I get it. He's cool looking. But wouldn't it be great to just immediately fuse that up with the Grand Mole? It's a great opportunistic play. But since we are the casual duelists here, that means we probably have another trick in our sleeve. And one of those tricks is summoning cards to our opponent's side of the field. Like Lava Golem. Lava Golem has a respectable 3,000 points. Lava Golem must be special summoned to the opponent's side of the field by tributing 2 monsters they control. You cannot normal summon or set the turn that you special summon this, which is a drawback, which makes this a little slower. But if you already had Grand Mole out and your opponent just didn't respond to you, you would be able to take 2 of their monsters into the Lava Golem. And then this could give you a 3,900 point Dark Gaia, which in Speed Duels is actually nothing to sneeze at. However, we could make one that's slightly weaker, but just as good. We can make it 2,100 points if we use Santa Claus. Santa Claus, also a Fiend. This one is a special summon to the hand, to the opponent's side in defense mode by tributing a monster that they control. I really want to talk about the Santa Claus one, though, because, and this gets ridiculous. Let me see if I don't have a Marauding Captain sitting here on the table, because I may actually have one. Because it's a crazy loop, and it's not an every turn loop, but the way that you gain the advantage is off the initial captain. So what you can do with a Santa Claus is we can go ahead, we can like kaiju out an opponent's monster, and then we could play Captain Grand Mole. And then what we do is Grand Mole is going to bounce the Santa Claus, and then because it's my cards entirely, I get both cards back to my hand. So next turn I can continually summon, special summon to my opponent's side of the field, and then summon Grand Mole back and continually bounce the one card. So as long as you have something in the way of like Captain, maybe you have other cards like, Equipment, United We Stand, anything that's going to make him more powerful to where he stands out during that other turn. Maybe you have other monster cards that are being more bossish. These two are just a crazy fun tech together because it's every turn. Every turn, Grand Mole can go over there and just kind of mess with it. As long as you're using Santa Claus as a kaiju loop, you're going to be able to just continually bounce these things. This is an interaction that I would assume the Konami playtesters have thought of already. And again, if it does happen, this is something I see going to like a limits list. I see them both going to like 2-ofs because you can't let them run together. They're too crazy. You can let Grand Mole and Lava Golem in because the implications are less. More often than not, you're going to either use Dark Calling or Dark Fusion to do that one. Not so much the Super Poly. But you might see the Santa Claus, Neo-Spacian, Grand Mole being a little too powerful. And it's just good overall tech. I don't know anything else to say, really, that's not going to, like, just bore you guys. I guess the one other interaction that's kind of crazy is, like, Dandelion with the Neo-Spacian Grand Mole. It allows me to take the Dandelion off the field without sending it to the discard pile. And as long as this doesn't go to the discard pile, my opponent's not generating tokens. So again, this could actually be a good card to see. But I do see that with the implications with the Dark Gaia build, the fact that it's these Fiends plus him being a rock, while 2100 doesn't sound like a great Dark Gaia, knowing that we have cards like Infernal Gainer that are going to allow us to attack twice per turn, and just anything else that we can add to it, really does show that like the deck is not as limited as one might think right off the rip. So those are my thoughts. I hope that you like them. If you guys have anything to add to this conversation, join the conversation. We got the comment section down below here, and yeah, I try to keep up with all the comments as I can, and yeah, you guys make a message, and we'll talk about it. Until next time, guys. You have a great day. See you guys later. Peace.